Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and in this short video I'd like to go over Group 4 of the Blue Dozen a Day book. There's lots of great things in this chapter, new concepts, so I'm excited to share them with you. So we'll start with deep breathing. We see some familiar things in here, do, mi, so, with a chord on a dotted half note, so practicing the roll-ups. But look in measure 3, we have a new note there for the first beat. Instead of playing a C, we're going to go down a half step, and this is important. Do to T is a half step. So in C, they're both white keys, but what if we went to the key of G? Do to T would be a black key. So half steps simply mean there's no space in between the two keys. So we've got that, what we call a one harmony, because C is our one or do, and then we have in the third and fourth measures the 5-7 harmony, and that chord is based on G or so it's called the 5, and it has an F in it, so that interval is a 7th, so it's called a 5-7, and 7 refers to that F, and the distance between the 5 and the 7 is a whole step. So here we go. One chord, 5-7 chord, roll-ups. And then also near the end, you see those 3 lines that are joining the left-hand chords together. That is called a tie. So we're only going to play this chord once and then hold it when the right hand moves up to that high C at the end. So here we go. Gentle rolls, slow roll up, scoot your pinky down, play different fingers on the top. It's going to feel more spread out. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, switch, 1, 2, 3, switch, 1, left hand holds, right hand moves up to high C. When you play the 5-7 chord for the first time, you might play it like this. You might want it to feel the same, but it does not feel the same. So the left hand, the 5-7 chord is 1, 2, 5. In the right hand, it's 5, 4, 1. So because the 1 chord feels the same, we're tempted to have the 5-7 chord feel the same, but it doesn't. So the second is at the top with the left hand, scooting the pinky. Then we play 5-4 in the right hand, scooting the thumb. So let's just do this one more time, incorporating all those concepts. We've got bounce, 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 slow, roll, up, scoot your thumb and pinky down, play the 2 higher notes, 1, 2, 3, and fa and so, right hand moves up, 2, 3. The next concept we are going to be doing a lot in this chapter is the sunny day, cloudy day thing. So sunny day is going to refer to a major pentascale, do, re, mi, fa, so, or a 5-finger pattern, however you like to describe it. So that's what we have in the first line of this piece. Now, if you look in the second line, you have a little symbol before the third note that looks like a little miniature B. That is called a flat. And in music, what that means, it's like playing a substitute note. So instead of playing this note, that little symbol says, hey, you're going to play the note a half step lower instead. And that symbol is good for one measure. Then they have to write it again. So all the other fingers are going to stay the same. And this syllable, which is called mi, is going to move down a half step to may. And that's what makes it sound minor or cloudy, as the author put. Everything else is the same, except that third finger, both hands, moving down a half step to a black key, mi to may. So we'll approach this the same way, bouncing, gentle bounces on the quarter notes, nice shape to the hands. Here we go. Roll up, major chord, 1, 3, 5, do, mi, so, 2, 3. Now we're shifting our third finger to E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I also sing this one with the solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do, major chord. Change the mi to may. Everything else is the same. Do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do. thing I want to mention here is a minor chord in certain keys will feel like it has a black key on the bottom, but some minor keys are all white. So the thing that you're going to be looking for in a minor chord, do, me, so, is the distance between do and me. There's only 2 keys in between. That's called a minor third. So if I do a D minor chord, do, me, so, there's only 2 keys in between. So not all minor chords have a black key in the middle. Here's exercise 2, group 4. I just want you to see from a side view what that third finger is doing and what the rest of the fingers are doing. So we've started in a major pentascale, do, re, mi, fa, sol. And when we go minor, that third finger is just going 1 to the left. So when the third finger goes, the other fingers do not scoot over. They stay on their respective notes. So it will be do, re, mi, fa, sol. And it looks like that. Exercise 3, skipping on a sunny then a cloudy day. Same thing that we've been doing with the skips, line to line, line to the next line is a skip. And if you notice in line 2, we're going to add that flat on the E, mi turns to me. Other than that, it feels very similar. So line 1, here we go. Do, mi, so, mi, do, and chord. One more time. Full chord, third finger goes down, mi, so, mi, do, roll up, slow roll up, 1, 2, 3, pinkies go out, and octave. Exercise 4, cartwheels on a sunny then cloudy day. Again, we're moving mi down to me. We've got that triplet subdivision, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to make sure that left hand crossover doesn't become too short. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cloudy. Change the third finger. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right hand plays super high C. You may not be able to see it. Exercise 5, jumping on a sunny then a cloudy day. So we're starting with our major chords, do, mi, so. Notice in measure 3, we're going to walk down the scale. Fa, mi, re, do. So we start with a chord pattern or a pattern of skips, do, mi, so. Then we come down with a scale. Staccati, touching the notes quickly, nice shape, nice bridge. This is going to be played on the tips. We're going to move our third finger down in line 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, mi, so, rest. Rest, slow, roll, up, get ready with your third finger, right on the tip of that black key. Slow, roll, up for 4. Exercise 6, running on a sunny then a cloudy day. Same thing we've been doing. We're just adding that E flat, that mi going to me, making it a minor pentascale for the second half of the piece. So we're looking for flowy wrist. We're looking for playing on the tip. We're looking for getting a little louder as we come up, softer as we come down. Here we go. Third finger comes down. Time. Here we go. Nice flow. Exercise 7, walking pigeon-toed. This is going to be practiced 2 different ways, and the numbering looks really confusing on this. You'll see in the right hand and the left hand 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 2. All it means is on the repeat, we're going to try crossing with the other finger. So we're going to take our left hand thumb on do or middle C, right hand thumb on E or mi, and we're just walking towards each other. Pigeon-toed, you see. And so the pigeon toes are going to be the second finger or the third finger on the repeat. So it's going to look like this. 1, crossover, 1, crossover. So we're going to cross with 2 the first time through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to try it with your third finger. So the thumbs are out here, the third finger is in here. Let's try that. Left hand starts. Do, re, mi, re, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to point out that the re in the left hand, do, re, on the page looks different than the re in the right hand. So middle C, one step higher than that is re. In the treble clef, we've got E down to D, mi, re. We're just looking for a line to the very next space for the do, re, mi, re. Here's exercise 7, walking pigeon-toed. So we've got do and mi, and we're going to be crossing over. So kind of shifting. The right hand's going to shift this way. The left hand's going to shift this way when we do this one. And I'll do this twice so you can see the shift, the difference when we have to do the third finger. It's more of an angle. So we'll do second finger first. They're playing the same note. Mi, re, do, re. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when we do third finger, it's a little bit more of an angle. Keep your hands nice and curved. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise 8, wiggling toes. We're practicing what's called a chromatic scale, and chromatic scale is this. Not skipping any notes as I go up and down the keys. You'll notice my third finger is playing the black keys for this. So this wiggling toes allows us to practice third finger on the black. Start on middle C, then you notice a little symbol before the next C, and that is called a sharp symbol, and it means instead of playing this note, you're going to play the note a half step higher or a half step to the right on the piano. So we're going to play C, C sharp, then the thumb's going to come under to D. Now we see the flat symbol, the one that looks like a little B on that D. So D flat means to play the note a half step lower. So you'll notice C sharp and D flat are the same key. Then on the fifth note in that measure, you see another symbol, and this is called a natural sign. And what that does is that cancels out the sharp that we saw on the second note of this measure and makes it C again, because generally sharps and flats are good for one measure. If we want it to go back to the normal note, we have to cancel it out, so to speak. This one's going to look like this. We have 1, then C sharp, thumb comes under, D flat, feels just like C sharp. You're just going to keep your third finger there. Let's try that quickly. So we have 1 and 2, and nice shape to the hands, super curved. Same thing with the left hand. Hands together. Thumb is just moving back and forth. Exercise 8, wiggling the toes. I want you to see this one, the wrist is going to be slightly higher. We don't want our wrist way down here because then we're reaching for that black key. We want to set our wrist up so that we feel like we're a little suspended, and that thumb is going to come underneath. Just like that. This is Teeter Totter. We're passing between the hands. A couple of things to remember. Don't hold on to your fourth finger when you switch hands, but rather float off and reset. The other thing is the syllables are different. If we're going up, it's do, re, mi, fa. But if we're going down, it's do, ti, la, so. So let's try Teeter Totter. Switch. Switch. Reset. Exercise 10 is an exercise in finger strength. For this, we're going to want a nice firm bridge, nice firm first knuckles, and this is practicing holding down the outsides. These are our legs here, and then the third finger is our head peeking between knees. It's difficult to hold 5 and 1 down while just touching the other finger. So just talk to 5 and 1 and will them to stay down. So get both hands set, standing up. Left hand's gonna wait its turn. Here we go. Touch, 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 touch. Now we've got a tie, so we're gonna hold this one and then play the middle note of that chord. Measure 4. Left hand takes a turn. Touch, touch, roll, touch, 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 touch. Play the E again. 2, 3, 4. Now together. Reset. Exercise 10, getting set, willing fingers 1 and 5 to stay down. And when you first try this, don't be surprised if your other fingers kind of go up in the air like this. It takes a lot of practice to get them to rest down and let that third finger act independently like this. And this is okay to have your, look at my pinky, it's totally flat. I'm not going to worry about the first joint of my pinky when I'm worrying about holding those down. So if you want to practice getting that first joint eventually like that, that's great. But for now, just let that pinky be flat, totally fine. Exercise 11, this one's fun. We've got the ball bouncing in the left hand, so between do and low do, C, low C, so that interval of an octave. Notice it's an even interval, so seconds, fourth, sixth, and octaves look different. One is on a line, one is on a space. The right hand is doing intervals of thirds, which look the same, line to line or space to space. You'll notice the right hand, the thumb is on mi, third finger's on so, left hand, thumb is going to be on do, and we're going to switch between mi, so, and fa and la. So we're using the syllable la in this one. So we've got together, touch, switch the right hand, nice shape for those staccato notes. We're just going to touch the piano quickly. Here we go, one more time. Touch, 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 quick. Exercise 12, fit as a fiddle and ready to go. Again, a nice little tune with the harmonies 1, 1, 5, 7, 1. Remember, measure 3, your pinky has to scoot down from C on that space note down to B on the line, and you're going to have, it's going to feel a little stretched out. So here we go. We've got chord tones, we've got scales in the right hand, we've got quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes, lots of fun things in this exercise 12. Here we go. Eighth notes, faster. Switch the pinky in the left hand. Slow roll ups. Chord tones, do, mi, so. Scale. Second finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for watching this short tutorial on Dozen a Day Blue Book Group 4. I hope that you found it helpful, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel for more videos on piano technique and piano literature. Thanks again for watching.